My first couple of years of teaching, year one, I did not have a classroom. I taught high school biology and I would move from room to room. I was what they called a floating teacher. That was year one and year two. Year three, I had a trailer. Thought I moved up in the world, but it was divided by a closet and there was another teacher on the other side. Couldn't control the temperature. When it rained, it was a mess. But I loved it. I loved everything about education. I even went back to school to get a school counseling degree so I could better help my students. That's how much I loved it. And then post-pandemic, I worked in education for almost 3 decades. Something about post-pandemic, the love that I had for education was gone. I'll be honest. It just was gone. Now, I still showed up. I did my job, all those things, but the love just wasn't there. And I'm going to be honest, I don't even think it was loving me back at that point either. But that's neither here nor there at the moment. And so the year I decided to retire was not the plan. Oh, no. I told myself, I'm going to work in education until I can't do this anymore. That was what I told myself. And so the beginning of that 2022 school year, things were going along. My health, I had a hiccup that fall. Got into that next year, coming back from the break, and things were going. Then I had another hiccup with my health. Really bad vertigo, bed rest, hospital stay. Then I returned to work. I was not my best when I returned to work. I was still rather weak. My endurance was not up to par. But one of the things we used to have to do daily was duty, which meant standing for about 45 minutes. My endurance wasn't there to do that when I returned. And I rolled a chair in the hallway. I'll sit out here, I can still do it. And then I got an email that said, hey, I heard you need to apply for ADA accommodations. Huh? We were like 2-3 weeks out from the school year ending. I was, really in the thought of, I think I'm going to retire early. And that chair moment was when I knew I was going to retire. The chair was the thing that broke the camel's back for me. The fact that within those couple of weeks, I needed to set up ADA accommodations for that chair. That's when I knew for sure, this is it. It's time for me to check out. And it was bigger than a chair, to be honest. At that point, my capacity for education, it was gone. It was time for me to do something else. And the chair was just the thing that pushed me on to do other things. So we have to ask